Okay, hi everybody. I will start with sharing my screen. I'll just see if I do this and then okay, here we go. Let's see if I can share my screen. And now you should see the screen, I hope.
Yes.
Uh, Perfect. So yeah, I'm Elin Strömberg and I work as Vice Chancellor at Student Union, both for this year and the forthcoming year. So when you arrive, you will probably see me a lot around campus. Yes,
Okay.
let's get
Okay.
started. I'll see if it works now. So University West. It was founded in 1990 as the University Trollhättan-Uddevalla, which is the two cities that it was in. But in 2008, the campus moved. There are about 13,000 students yearly and about 5,200 that are there at a specific time. And then we have 750 employees divided on four institutions: Department of Social and Behavioral Studies, Department of Health Sciences, School of Business, Economics and IT, and Department of Engineering Science. We also have administration and SPIP, which is study support, a library, and so forth. The student union was, however, established in 1991 and was situated in several places until 2008 when we had a collected campus. We represent all students and doctoral students at University West. And what we do most of the time is educational monitoring, student politics, as well as study social operation, which is fun activities that we do here. And now I will explain a bit more about our organization. So we had 830 members last year. We have now beat that record and are a bit more. We have council, which is the highest deciding organ within our organization, and they decide everything that the student union should focus on or do for the forthcoming year. Then we have the student union board, the highest executive organ, which is the people that do all the stuff that the council decides to do, that the council wants us to do. We have six program committees and three interest committees, which I will show you in the next slide. And we have four full-time people and two employees. And there is a difference there, which is easier to explain once you're here, actually. So I will explain that if you ever have any questions about it. We have around 40 student representatives. That was last year. Now we have more. And throughout the year, we are about 100 active members. Yes. And now let's move on to our committees. So first off, we're starting with PUST, which is the social workers and the teachers who study here at University West. Then we have Sprut, and they are the nurses, as well as a very specific program that is kind of similar to nursing as well. Then we have Flint, which is all the engineers and the technicians and such. Then we have Epic, which a lot of you guys, I would imagine, belong to. They are the economic students, IPA students, International Program for Politics and Economics. And they are also realtor economics, I think you would call it. And then we have Visavik, which is our uh, committee for all of the IT students, basically. And those are our program committees. Then we also have some interest committees. So we have ISE, which will sadly not be that active next year. They will instead go under EPIC. So if you're interested in International Student Committee, you can then instead talk to the people in EPIC. And the ISE has fika, which we call it in Sweden, is when you take a coffee and a little cookie or something every Tuesday. It's called CUF4, and it's done with the university. And then they also have Lapland trips, which is when you travel to the north of Sweden. We also have SIST, and they are our sporting committee. They arrange football and yoga and such. We will see if they become active next year again, because right now there are not a lot of interested parties. But if you are interested in starting sporting activities, this is the perfect place to do that. Then we have Wessex, and they are the ones who arrange all of the parties and most of the pubs here at the Student Union. And then we also have Dusk, which is our doctoral student committee or doctoral student board. And it is not active now, but it will be next year. And that's where they discuss different questions regarding doctoral students. And then we have some people who work full time, like me. We have the chairman. He is currently called Max, but next year it will be Agnes. And they are representing students in overall leading and development groups and are responsible for work on student politics, housing questions, integration, and a lot of other stuff. Then we have the vice chairman, which is me. I'm representing students in question regarding educational quality and quality assurance. And I am responsible for the educational monitoring and student representatives. Then we have the business manager. Currently, that is Elin, and next year it will be a man named Kade. And they are the project leader for the introduction days and labor market days at the University West. And they are responsible for the study social work, the contact with students, work life, and student discounts. And then as we have a union house, we also have to have a union house general, and he is responsible for the restaurant environment, the work on the union house, and the work with external bookings. He also takes part in project groups regarding introduction days and labor market days. Here we have our employee, which is Susanne, and we also have another employee. I have not been able to add her yet, but Susanne is our secretariat. She is responsible for the accounting and questions regarding membership and mecenat. So if you have any questions about that, uh, she will be the one you will have to email. And then before I move on to another picture, we also have Madeleine, and she is our student agent, and she will help you if you have any problems with teachers misbehaving or you feel like you have been treated in a bad way during your studies. She will be the one for you to talk to. And then we have a collected picture of the last year's full-timers and employees. So the person that is no longer working here and has been replaced is the guy with the brown hair and the white shirt in the back. And his role was student agent, but now we have Madeleine, as I said earlier. And yeah, we are being replaced currently by new full-timers, most of us. So the only people that you will still see next year as full-timers and employees is Susanne, which is the woman in the blue dress in the front, and me in the purple pants in the front. And other than that, we are actually replacing. So we are currently working with the new people who will take over. And 5 quick facts about the student union. Housing accommodation in collaboration with Trollhättan Municipality and the housing company Aider. So we are working, or we have a living guarantee here, or accommodation guarantee. You international students go under the international office and talk to them when you need help with accommodation. But the Swedish students who only move a city or two, they talk to us and get accommodation through ADAR. We have a mission from the university to be responsible for the introductory days, which are called Inslussningen, and I hope you all join us then because they are 2 weeks full of activities and really fun stuff. And we also have the labor market days, which is when you as students get to meet uh, future employees and such, or future employers. And we are members in SFS, which is the Swedish National Union of Students. They are the collected unions of Sweden. Oh, I cannot talk. They are the they are a collected organization filled of most of the student unions in Sweden, and they represent over 350 students, and that is where we nationally talk student politics. We are also included in the collaboration SUMS, which is collaborating students, and that is a bunch of smaller student unions that talk about um, student politics and try to make a bigger voice within SFS. And we are operating the student pub decor. So if when you arrive here, you will probably see that a lot of people are talking about going to the core or Gaskin. That is the student pub, and that is where you are welcome to come anytime. You just need to bring ID and your Messenat card. And now, why should you join the student union? So for starters, you get a lot of discounts in town. For example, you can get discounts at different restaurants or pubs and such. We also have study social activities. So during your studies, you might notice that it is good to also have a social life and not just focus on studies. And then you can come here and be with us, and we will make fun activities such as soap rounders, um, member lunches, and such. And we try to make most of them free. Sometimes they cost a little bit of money, but we try to make as much of it free as possible. And then we also deal with educational monitoring. Educational monitoring is to make sure that your education is as good as it can be. So if you ever feel like, oh, this course is really set up in a bad way, you can come and talk to us and we will try to help you and talk to your teachers about maybe making it better. And so by joining the student union, you support my work at educational monitoring and other students as well to make sure that you have the best classes as possible. And yeah, that is the end of my slideshow. So I will say thank you. And if you have any questions about the student union, you are free to ask them now.
Thank you, Elian, for that great presentation. I just wanted to add one thing. If you are a fee-paying student, part of your tuition goes to the student union, so you are automatically a member, so you don't need to pay extra since your tuition already pays for that. And also, if you're an exchange student, part of the Erasmus funds goes to the student union. So the only people who need to pay from international students are EU students since they haven't had to pay any fees yet. And how much is the membership fee again?
So for one term, it's 150 crowns, Swedish crowns. And for 2 terms, a full year, it is 200 crowns.
Perfect. That's a great deal for this. So I highly recommend that you all join. It's a great way to meet people, and I know that international students also want to meet Swedish students, so this is a great opportunity. If you have any questions, please write them in the chat and then we can go one by one. Please keep it to student union questions. If you have any other questions like accommodation or residence permits, please email us at international@hv.se since we want to have this fully focused on student union life. Oh, somebody asked a question. Hello, how can we join?
Yes, that is an amazing question. And as Madeline said before, if you are a prepaying student or a tuition student, you will be automatically given a membership through your tuition. And if you are not a prepaying student, when you arrive in Sweden, on the 2nd of September, our introduction day starts at the Student Union. So if you want to buy a membership, you're welcome to come to the Student Union. I know it will be a lot of places No, and but we are located in House A on campus. So it is the house that is located closest to the town square. So if you just come here, we will help you with getting a membership. And if you just want to join our activities and you already have a membership or so, you just show up at House A. You will be giving a bit more information closer to your school start when we also have introduction days with the international office. But yeah, so our activities will be from the 2nd of September until the 15th of September. So the first 2 weeks of school, and we will have a bunch of different activities for you.
Also, if you're an exchange student, it's covered. This is a new thing that we have just started with the student union. And if you're worried where House A is, there will be campus tours the first week you arrive, so they will walk you by House A. Okay. Somebody asked when will the introduction days be? So they start on your arrival day, so August 27th, and they go to the 31st. So there will be a set schedule sent out in July since speakers tend to move around, but please, it'll be from 9 to 3 probably, including campus tours. The arrival day, August 27th, you just arrive. There's no program during that day. It's just you come to campus and get your keys if you have accommodation with us. But the 28th to the 31st, we'll have something every day. Okay. And then somebody asked, thank you. There will be no activities outside of the first 2 weeks.
Hey, I'm really sorry if there was miscommunication from my way. Of course, we will have activities outside of the first 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks are really like a lot of activities in a row. And so that is when we focus on getting new students feeling welcome to campus. But other than that, every Thursday there will be a pub at the Student Union. And if you follow the Student Union at Instagram, you will also see a bunch of other activities. Um, you will get our social media when you arrive, probably. But we have member lunches, as I said, throughout the year. We have um, different kinds of activities like, oh, I need to think of one
Like a
now.
seating.
Yeah, a seating as well. We have 4 tenta seatings a year and then a bunch of other, and they are a part of the student life here in Sweden. So yeah, there will be more activities, but you just need to like when you arrive here, we will introduce you to how you get the information of the other activities. Um, yeah.
And a seating is like a banquet or with activities and songs. So there will be during the intro or in listening in, there will be like practice seating so you can go to those and there will be people helping. So there's no worries if you don't know what a seating is. A lot of Swedish people when they first come here, they don't know what a seating is. Um, and another question, will there be a Lapland trip organized this year? Where could I find more information on this?
Hey, so we do believe there will be another Lapland trip. Sadly, I cannot answer that as that is within one of our committees boards that is doing a reorganization. But I will talk to that committee and see what they are thinking about it. But it will probably happen, and more information will probably be coming out soon after the introduction days.
Perfect. Um, I will arrive the 2nd of September. What way can I prepare accordingly, even though I missed the start?
So for our activities, you do not need to prepare in any single way. You can just arrive as you are, and people will gladly welcome you and show you the way around here. So just arrive. If you arrive on the 2nd, we start our pubs at 2, and then you will have a lot of people called buddies who will help you along the way and show you where you can find all the information and how you will do. We will also stand on campus if you have any questions. So we will be outside on campus, and you can walk to us and ask us any questions you would like about Introduction Days then as well.
Perfect. Where can we find the Student Union on social media?
So I will type it into the chat, but it is SHB_official. I've
Yeah.
typed it into the chat or sent it in the chat
And you
now.
and you can find them on Instagram and Facebook as well, but
Facebook as well.
Instagram, yeah. Instagram is, I think, the easiest way to find out what's going on.
Yes.
Somebody asked, is there any schedule each day for activities for the
Yes.
introduction, I guess? Yeah.
Yeah. So we have not done the schedule yet, but it will come out soon. Um, so through our social media, you will also get connected to our Introduction Days Instagram, which is called Inslussningen. And through there, it will be posted a schedule both in Swedish and English for you. But that will come in probably August sometime. So you just beware of our or be um, keep check on our social media and we will tell you the information.
Thank you. Um, how often do the committees meet?
So most of the committees meet every other week, so 2 times a month. And yeah, if you are interested in being active in a committee, we will have a lot of buddies who will try to get you active. So they will help you if you have any questions about that as well. But yeah, every 2 weeks, so 2 times a month usually.
Perfect. Any other questions? These are some really good questions to ask. And if you don't remember everything from this, I have the recording and I'll send it out to you all. And also, we will have another presentation with the student union during our introduction days. So, and for people who are arriving after the introduction days, since our introduction, or so September 2nd, because we have international introduction days from the 27th to the 31st, as I said. For the presentations, they will be hybrid. So you can be on campus and be on Zoom. But we recommend if you're able to be on campus or be here, we want you to be here so you can meet people. But if you're not able to come, no worries. There will be a Zoom link. Okay. Another question. Can you join things that are organized by the committees if you're not part of them?
Yes, our committees arrange a lot of activities. For example, seatings, as Madeline said earlier. They also have pubs usually, and other activities as well. For example, Excel lectures and such. So if you're interested, they will be uh, they will be active on their social media as well, and we will give you out when you arrive. We will give you folders where you can find them on social media as well. So yeah, that is totally fine even if you are not active.
Perfect. Any other questions? Well, somebody asked, where can we find the updates? So for the international introduction updates, we will send out an email and you can find it on our website. But right now, if you look Autumn Introduction Days up, you'll see that there are dates, but not the full program. But we will email you out in July about who is able to be there. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know with Student Union for updates.
Yes, so it is mostly if it's regarding our work in general, you will find it on our Instagram. And if you are talking about introduction days, I will try to send the link to our Instagram for specifically the introduction days. And I think now maybe the content is a bit in Swedish, but when it's closer to start and all the information about actual activities and such, it will be posted in English as well, so you will be able to join. But yeah, I posted the link to the Instagram for the introduction days for the student union by the
Perfect.
student union.
Great. Awesome. Any other questions? Okay. If we don't have any other questions, thank you, Ilian, for the presentation. It was wonderful. It provided a lot of clarity on what the student union is. Maybe I have one question. So why did you choose to study at University West or get involved and to also get involved in the student union?
So why I chose to study here is
Yeah.
mostly because of comfort.
Mhm.
I used to live really close by and it felt really good. I could also stay with my parents for a bit longer. But why I joined the student union is because it's an kind of a necessary part of your studies. You need to have some sort of group that you are interested in joining and talk to about studies or just talk about stuff that doesn't have anything to do with studies. So when I started, I immediately got involved in two different committees. And now I work here, so that is a very good bonus. But yeah, mostly that. I just wanted a social life while I was studying, and it's been really great, actually.
Great. That's great. I think somebody asked a question. Can I join as a student union member or in any ways in the first semester? So if you are a fee-paying student or exchange student, you're automatically a student union member. If you're wondering like about the activities, you can answer that in the end. Like how to,
Yes.
yeah.
So how to join the activities is just show up at the A house, which you will be shown to during your introduction days, or the international office introduction days. But yeah, just join up, and you will also get a schedule on the Instagram that I provided, where you can see where all of the activities are and when they are. And if you need a physical schedule, they will be handed out during Innslussningen, our introduction days. So then you will join. And you can just join for the first week. Most of the activities are totally free, or all of the pubs are totally free if you are a student union member. The second week, you will have to be a student union member to get free entrance to our pubs. Otherwise, all of the activities are free and you do not need to be a student union member to join. But we really like if you become a student union member if you aren't already.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for your presentation. I just wanted to give you all a reminder. We have another webinar in 2 weeks. It's actually on June 24th at 5 or 5 in the evening CET, so Central European Time. If you don't have the link for that, just email us. We can send you the link, but it should be in the schedule that was sent out. This webinar, it's just going to be an informal Q&A, so you can ask any questions, and this is where you can ask about residence permits, accommodation, anything, or how it is in Sweden. People ask about the weather. It's actually a really nice webinar because we have more of a conversation. It's not just me talking at you. But yeah, so thank you so much for all coming, and I will send you the link to the recording when I get it loaded up. Cool.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much. Bye.
Bye.